Yeah, I mean, it's all well and good saying this is the new Aaron Monk and he's completely in control of his emotions and his actions, but he did headbutt the board at the UK Open.
Yeah, I did forget that actually when I made that comment. But in fact, that was a new thing for Aaron Monk. So.
He is always, and this is one of the seductive things about Aaron Monk as a darts player. This is his third sort of attempt.
Yeah.
And every time you look at him and he makes you go, you are good. You could be really good.
Well, he's a former World Youth Champion, beating Michael van Gerwen in the final.
68, yeah.
The first PDC World Youth Champion, wasn't he, Aaron Monk?
436.
Another good leg of darts, this from Ian White. I mean, it just looks good, doesn't it? There's so much talent there. But Ian White pops in another 13-darter. And yet Aaron Monk hasn't stepped in to take advantage. Should look at the bullseye here. And does, to make sure he leaves a finish of some sort.
142.
Well, it might just inform White's decision should the first dart land in the treble 20. If Monk hadn't been on a finish, I think the second one would have been bullseye. We won't know. That was intended for treble 10.
Aaron, you've got 170.
60-60 ball. Not going to happen.
105. And you require 17.
Double 4. But suddenly, and he puts it right in the end.
That was a ridiculous game of darts in Leverkusen, where he came all the way from 5-1 down. Clemens still averaging a ton come the end of the match, and White somehow managed to turn that match around. But Jose Justicia came from a long way back to beat him in Risa. And indeed, that comeback against Gabriel Clemens was the last game he won on the Euro Tour. He's lost 4 straight.
59.
But surely, from this position, he's going to get over the line.
He won't go downstairs with Monk not on a finish. Incidentally, Aaron Monk using new darts, the first outing. If you look at the end of the barrels, which probably his last 3 darts now, very similar to Nathan Aspinall. That's what they're kind of built on.
436.
But they'll be back on the practice board as Ian White completes a comprehensive victory. Round of applause from Aaron Monk and the audience here.
You would think with the amount of Euro Tours that are played in Germany as well, and if not, the travelling can't be too bad for him. You'd expect him to really
84.
excel.
Yeah, and can't say, you know, he's a floor player. He's done a lot of his best stuff on the stage. Look at Ali Pali. Look at the World Series event where he did exceptional stuff in front of a record-breaking crowd.
January 120.
This is a lovely finish for this player because of the way his darts land, they are totally out of the way. That will be a help. He uses it.
Good call, Murph. A bit of lift on the trailing leg.
140.
I mean, we were talking earlier in the match, alluding to where Van Veen's throw was a little over a year ago. He was
21.
genuinely taking ages to throw darts.
Yeah. So much more rhythm and belief.
109.
Backs of ability.
141.
Real natural. So he gets on this time.
But it's where he wants to be this time. Hasn't got the desired outcome yet.
24.
Still hasn't.
Gabrielli requires 36.
Well, you called it early, mates, that the missed doubles might be a little worry. And it's got worse for Van Veen.
Game to the fifth leg, Gabriel Clemens.
Still both players on enormous finishes. Van Veen's might look smaller, but arguably harder.
Yeah. Well, any finish is enormous at this stage of the game. Treble leaves double.
99. Gabrielli
He is very good at moving around the oche and still finding target, making the adjustments.
He's found that target. Big deep breath. He knows how big this moment is. But he's missed by such a margin that he's actually busted his score.
40.
Didn't matter where he missed in the end because Van Veen has stepped up and done the business. Yeah, in this particular sport, it's about so much about repetition.
Yes.
And rhythm.
Yeah.
434.
I'm just trying to stop the brain from overthinking.
Well, the carrot is that Hollywood clash with Michael Van Gerwen in front of a home crowd tomorrow. Gabriel Clemens is playing the villain here, trying to snatch that opportunity away.
91. Gabrielli require 81.
He's responded well to the mess at the end of the last leg.
Double 13.
Gives to the 10th leg, Gabriel Clemens.
Well, we just had the longest leg of the match, followed by the shortest.
Won't be this one.
83. Gabrielli require
loose one.
170. No, 84.
He blocked his route to the treble 20, switched across.
Should get at least one dart at the ball here, minimum. Single 14 leaves that. Oh, chased the treble, paid the price.
And because Clemens decided to switch and hit an open target, he's going to get a dart at the outer ring, never mind the bullseye.
Well, missing that 17, you know, at least going for the treble.
It is just one. He chooses double 18 and he pauses again. Will it work this time? It's done the job for Gabriel Clemens. A 6-5 success against Jan van Veen, who is denied.
Well, Anderson hitting back here on a potential 11 dart.
65, Gary 192.
Has the switch been flicked?
76.
Isn't exactly what he wanted there. He has left double 8, which is much. He seems quite comfortable leaving double 16, double 8 nowadays. So I'm pretty sure he wanted tops.
Yes, preference is tops.
96, Gary, you require 16.
If this doesn't go, he's got a problem. All around the board we go. And Gary
14.
Anderson misses all three, and this is for 3-0.
It is 3-0.
Dutch Darts looks in a pretty good place right now, even if their top dog Michael Van Gerwen might have a couple of question marks hanging over it. Which I realise I'm saying about a 4-time reigning major champion.
He has more dips, you know, he turns it around relatively quickly in terms of performance levels, but the dips come a lot more regularly now. But
they leave him vulnerable, but he's still got a very strong argument for being the best player on the planet, which just goes to show, judging by different standards. A double 10 for Gary Anderson is a 14-darter. That's the best leg of the match.
Well, whilst Gary remains at an average in the 80s, then 15 darters will be ample on throw.
Going to take a chunk out of this as well.
100.
Leaves 64. Big moments coming in here. Oh,
76.
loose one.
Revenue required 64.
An over adjustment, wasn't it, after sliding into the treble 5?
Only going to get one dart. The target is tops.
24.
Sails high.
There was a bit of adrenaline in that one, Dan.
Needs a treble. Cannot get it. Gary Anderson, again,
57.
he's now relying on misses from Roman Bernetsky. He's hitting around 1 in 3 of his darts at double. He's given himself a moment here, Roman, because he knows this is big. That will do it. 5-2, and Gary Anderson.
100.
Well, fair play to Roman Bernetsky.
Plodding away.
He's been pretty steady, hasn't he?
Yeah.
100.
Oh, yes. Oh, what a setup. What a way to leave yourself on a match-winning double. And he will get darts for the match, Roman Bernetsky.
And that is his first
97.
treble visit. What a time to get it.
Gary Anderson, the 7-year wait was brought to an end, but his return to the European Tour falls at the first hurdle. It is a big shock in Leeuwarden as Roman Bernetsky, on Euro Tour debut, has defeated the 2-time world champion. Good switch to the 18s there from the bullet. Went there because a single 18 with the first dart could have gone to the bullseye then. 63 would have got him to 170. So there was some thought behind it. It wasn't just going for another big treble for lols.
Well, I'm not sure if you want to be in disguise. Bright orange sunglasses is the right move. This could be the right move for Bunting.
89. Adam, you require 140.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what he thought.
80.
Well, he hasn't missed it by a mile. 16. He has gone tops there, but it did look like a kind of inviting for a bedfellow, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's on the second leg.
I think that's a bizarre decision from Smith, Neil. But then again,
he might be getting lengthier and lengthier because everything that Bunting throws at him is not met with much in response.
And lo and behold, Stephen Bunting on the Euro Tour, averaging in the mid-90s. In fact, it's climbed a little bit.
100.
Smith-Neil's got the demeanour of a man that's given up there. He's walked his last start. I'm not even sure it was before he'd thrown
100.
it. Sorry, after he'd thrown it. I think he might have walked after he threw that. He probably won't this to what he has, and that leg could be going over the hookey.
81.
The big dog is going for walkies. Double 16.
65.
But there's an opportunity here for a dart to get disallowed if he carries on with that kind of movement.
96.
He's retrieving the darts before the last one's landed.
Stephen, you require 16.
Well, that's a 13-darter, and this is turning into a procession.
His technique is not on it, and Stephen Bunting has taken full advantage.
Well, Bunting's getting the maths right there to make sure he leaves a finish, a potential match-winning one. Smith-Neil still the favourite for the leg at the start of this visit, but maybe not at the
60.
end of it. Probably not.
Stephen, you require 167.
Well, just to rub salt into the wound. Treble 19. Oh, just the wrong side of the wire.
135.
Might even try some kind of crazy finish here.
Well, one of his best visits of the entire match, but he's left himself double 3. And it may not matter, because the bullet for a 6-0 rout. The big dog is put down emphatically in Leeuwarden.
However, if you'd have mapped out the draw before, You might not give him much of a chance. He beat Stephen Bunting in the first round, then had the #1 seed Luke Humphries, then Andrew Gilding,
46.
Danny Noppert before finally falling to Clayton.
Yeah, you almost deserve to win it when you've come through a field like that.
100.
Holder, or winner should I say, of a couple of majors. That can't ever be taken away from him. World Grand Prix and Players' Championship finals, has got as high as #3 in the world rankings as well.
88.
I had a similar day about 15 years ago. I think MDG, Gary Anderson, Simon Whitlock.
Wow. Daryl Gurney.
Yella Klassen as well. Eventually, my nemesis, Terry Jenkins.
Yeah, I think you go around virtually collecting them, but
right,
anyway,
okay.
He wants to actually collect.
I think I'll use my time a little more wisely than.
Well, you say that.
98.
He must have been spending some time on the practice board, Pietrusco, to have this rise in his late 20s.
100. Daryl 112.
It's a similar finish to the one that Gurney took out in the previous leg, and that's a good guide for him. This is ominous, isn't it?
Yeah.
140.
It's another tease.
We're already singing the Barney Army. They won't have to wait long. He is up next in what could be a bit of a blockbuster against Dimitri van den Berg.
427.
Possibility of an 11 darter here.
31.
3-1.
54.
Yeah, right at the peak of his powers here, Daryl Gurney goes for double 18.
Games on the full there.
Gets it.
Daryl Gurney.
And does lead 3-1. And all that was really missing.
60.
Well, we're entering such a significant period of the year where they're all vying for a place at the match play, because ultimately that indicates you being a group of the elite.
427.
Yeah, speaking of the elite, the man that most regard as the elite player in the sport at the moment, Gedwin Price, not in this tournament.
423.
Having his little time off.
106.
Didn't qualify as a stretch. He didn't try to qualify in the end, but he wasn't in the top 16. Double 16, it's there again. The 106 is there again. He's taken that out twice in this match.
Yeah, there was a little spell between legs 5 and 6 where it was almost the match was there for the taking for either player. But again, that leg 6, 3 missed at a double. The 3-3 is now turned into 5-2.
100.
5 legs won from Daryl Gurney. 3 of them with 3-figure finishes. All 3 of those ton-topping checkouts on double 16. And that moody look is a sign that Daryl Gurney is enjoying himself, believe it or not.
Yeah, this is a great performance. His average has pretty much been over the ton throughout. It's currently 101.27.
No messing around. And he hits that again. He's been absolutely deadly on double 16. 4 times he's thrown at it, 4 times he's hit it. He averages 101.18.
Raymond van Barneveld, I'm sure, would have been looking forward to this particular tournament as a return to his home country and targeting it.
As you say, it's been such a long time, close approaching 4 years. And he's always given such an incredible reception.
34.
That will come with its own bit of pressure. He'll want to perform for the people who have bought a ticket.
And he's an emotional character.
94.
It's one of the reasons why he's loved by so many fans. They like seeing him wear his heart on his sleeve. Sometimes it doesn't go well. And that leg, there's not a great deal he could do. 11 darter on throw for Dimitri. Really impressed me with how willing he's been to do the hard yards since his return to PDC darts. And I'm not going to stop praising him for it, because to be honest, I wasn't convinced it was going to be like this.
Same. I wasn't sure how much he would allow himself to be that dedicated, or dedicated enough to compete.
And we've already had one great run at the Grand Slam from him. We've already had some brilliant darts from him, and I don't think we'd have got any of this.
Well, those performances against Gezi Price in the Slam were incredible.
And how about this? A little 12 darter from Raymond van Barneveld. Yeah, well, that means in the first 3 visits of a leg, Dimitri van den Bergh is hitting ton 40s more often than he's hitting tons.
Yes.
Or ton 80s, because he's had a couple of those now.
4 in the match, 2 apiece. Scoreline reads 2 apiece, not for long.
140.
Although that's a great 140 under extreme pressure.
Could go to the ball, but I think he liked those 2 marker darts.
61.
He only had to put that 3rd dart somewhere in the region, and it was going to find the red bit.
97.
It does mean he might end up looking at the bullseye at the end of this. No, he won't. Double 12 for a 4-visit leg. That is magnificent. Dimitri van den Bergh.
Oh, but Barney's got a little bit of time now here.
99.
Do you like the bullseye last start there, or not keen?
I would, with my opponent back on 212. In fact, I'd probably go ball just to guarantee. Well, should guarantee that I get 2 darts at a double, because if he misses the treble, which he doesn't, he would have only had 1 at a double.
He's going to need 2 at a double. In fact, he needed more than that, and there was not a great deal he could have done to get any more from where he was on 161.
That 140 from Dimitri just was a tap on the shoulder, wasn't it? Basically saying, do not miss, because I won't.
And he doesn't. And it's another excellent leg from Dimitri van den Bergh. He's still got a first 9 average of 126 nearly.
That is incredible.
And it's going up.
140.
5 perfect darts into a 9, and this may be the one game tonight and the one player tonight where a 9 darter might have been met with a rather subdued celebration for the fans, because it would spell the end for Raymond van Barneveld, and the end might be on the way anyway.
Well, he's going to hit a ton and then just take the 81 out for another 11.
Yeah, he's been pretty good at that.
99.
Well, 82 will mean a different route.
How much pressure and Barney put on it. It's got to come down.
44.
Well,
Dimitri require 82.
He will feel like I've got 6 at this.
Oh, it's a beaut. And he has won half of his 6 legs with just 4 visits to the board, an average of close to 106.
As a darts fan, hope to see him back as good as ever. As a human being, just wish him health and happiness.
Hurricane looking a little bit windswept
I was about
this
to
evening.
say. I was going to go dishevelled, but yeah, windswept was kinder, wasn't it? I'm looking a little angry as well in the menacing face as he took aim, not the carefree, relaxed approach of his opponent. Winner of the match to play, Damon Heta. Ball for beaten. Oh, in the ball. Brilliant by Beaton to win the opening leg.
It's a beautiful visit from Kim Huybrechts, his first maximum of this contest. This is a good quality game. Kim Huybrechts is 3-1 down whilst averaging 102.
Might not be for much longer in that position if he carries on like this.
140.
Wonderful response to being broken. He could go to the ball, but he won't, will he? No, of course he won't. Playing the game for 30-odd years and still eschews obvious things to do to help him out.
It is an effort, though, isn't it? Oh, well, wrong bed for Huybrechts, and now Steve Beaton should have been on a finish.
It could be, well, a ton 40 would have left double 16, as it is. He comes up dry. Still an unmakeable shot, and this is awkward, or can be. Well, it can be quite simple, to be honest.
Very, very good game of darts.
But tonight, we've started getting some real drama as well. Because Van Veen versus Clemens was a cracker. And Dimitri van den Berg was superb, and he was pushed a little bit at the start, but really pulled away from Raymond van Barneveld. But this could go the distance.
Yeah, we saw really strong displays from Bunting and Gurney as well. Brilliant.
Oh. Double 16 for a 1-3-1, and that is a 12-darter from Kim Huybrechts. All kicking off between the Beaton and Huybrechts ultras.
Yeah, they've had to be separated. Dan, come back. You need it here.
Well, what a visit again. It's 3 legs running. He's had a perfect scoring visit. And he can't shut the door this time, Steve Beaton. Huybrechts does get a chance to win the leg.
Can Kim finally get his nose in front? Treble 18. Next door.
57. Steve required 28.
Double 7. Do not miss inside. He doesn't miss inside. He doesn't miss at all.
For him to get the job done without the stress of a last leg decider.
99.
Still, the most likely ending to the match is a single leg shootout.
Certainly now.
136.
But things could change. Just drags that into the 4 segment, but it is a makeable shot for Beaton if he's allowed to go.
Has to go. But it's not going to go, so Steve Beaton has the match at his mercy. In the eye of the storm from the hurricane, Steve Beaton has remained rock steady and has won the match. 6-4 success for Steve Beaton in a great game.
Sort of focused on getting himself in better condition and thinking about the health side of everything, and that's paid dividends for him.
22.
That 180 might pay a few as well, because it's put him in with a chance of breaking the throw in the very first leg of this match.
It's a breaker throw he will need at some point to win the game. Tops. Pins it. Beautiful start to the match. A max 15 dart breaker throw.
You mentioned it in comms in his match against Barneveld. Where's that been in the Premier League? He came off stage and said exactly the same thing.
Is that right? Yeah, it must have been infuriating and frustrating all in the same breath, because that was a really, really nice performance.
But if he could hit a 4th 180 here, he would.
145. Jermaine, you've got 110.
Well, this is an incredible start from Ross Smith. Not taking any time to sort of ease into the match.
90.
He went 15 in leg 1, 14 in leg 2, Double 18 for a 13.
Game show on the third
The next leg will be a 12.
Still smiling despite defeat. Daryl Gurney was excellent.
Yes, another player that was outstanding this evening.
140.
For once in a leg, it's Smith that's doing the chasing.
65.
Although, when you have the scoring power, as an opponent of Ross Smith, you would never feel
85.
safe anywhere.
UFR 97.
They'll only had 2 darts at doubles, both at tops at the end of combinations in this match, Jermaine Watamaina. Will he get 3 clear at the target? Probably not.
I think you're probably right.
Game show on the fifth leg, Ross Smith.
Ross Smith showing why he is the European champion.
I don't know, Daryl Gurney's was outstanding. I mean, Dimitri, because of the magnitude of the match and the fact that 96. He has had a tough time in the Premier League, you know, that one sort of really does stand out.
It has been a fantastic Friday, and it might be over in 3 more darts.
I thought Jim Williams was outstanding as well, as was Madars Razman against O'Shea, another averaging, well over the 100.
Yeah, some really good
61.
dominant performances, and plenty of seeds on Saturday are on notice, including the top seed, because Ross Smith, who meets Luke Humphries tomorrow, has just demolished Jermaine Watamaina.